Hey, Jason here. Just going to continue reading these essays that I wrote back in 2011 for Holy Week. When I looked back over this one, I found it interesting in light of our current quarantine, quasi quarantine kind of situation. Um, so many of us are not about our daily business and our daily busyness, that the impact of this particular essay is not quite as solid as it would be if you were really, really busy all the time, because it really is about taking time off. Now, in our case, it's enforced time off, obviously. Um, but anyway, I'm going to read it to you. Enjoy. It is a cultural statement, of course. And God bless you guys. Any references will be down in the descriptions below. Thank you. When the going gets tough. Wednesday may have been the second most important day of the week. Well, third if you count the following Sunday. The amazing events that we have recorded from this last hump day of Christ's pre-crucifixion ministry, none. Zip. Nada. Our impression is that he returned to Bethany the evening before, as he had been doing since the beginning of the week. He'd had a really difficult and trying day on Tuesday. He had his plans for Thursday and knew he wouldn't be getting a lot of rest Thursday night. I think that these things, along with Jesus' previous pattern of behavior, tell us what he did. He Sabbathed. Now, I know it wasn't the Sabbath yet, but Jesus had practiced the disciplines of Sabbath, solitude, prayer, and fasting before and or after great events and trials since the early days of his ministry. I think it is possible, even likely, that Jesus spent the day resting, spending time with his friends and family, and preparing for the last leg of his journey into night and subsequent morning. Now, some of you reading this, if you're not hypocritical, should be a little offended. You see, Jesus had beneficial things he could be doing. He could have taught more, healed more, rebuked more, forgiven more. He could have sat for a portrait or wrote a letter to be used in the New Testament. He could have gone to visit Pilate early or talked to those Greeks that had asked him for an interview. The man only had a 3-year window to begin with, and there was so much to do with only a few days remaining. How could it possibly be true that he spent Wednesday morning, by our standards, doing nothing? Now listen up, all you Martha types. Here's a Mary lesson. Pay attention, you workaholics and codependents. Here is a truth that will set you free. Open your ears, all you emergent, service first, works before faith folks. Jesus dropped everything purposefully, with everything on the line. He chose the best over the good by taking Wednesday off and hanging with his friends. I'm sure he prayed, ate some of Martha's locally famous rhubarb pie, played a game of chess with Lazarus, who had become amazingly hard to beat lately, and listened to Mary giggle as she told him funny stories about her childhood. I bet he got up early and went fishing with Peter, Andrew, and the gang. And you know they gave Judas the business because he was in a somber mood. And Jesus had to tell Thomas to quit worrying about 72 times. It would be just like him to go for a walk in the hills at dusk, spending moments of his quickly passing temporal life soaking up the eternal life of his Father's presence, praying, preparing, resting. Maybe Jesus never said, I'll sleep when I'm dead, because he knew it would only be 3 days. Oh, we are so busy. What do we miss, and how ill prepared are we when we consistently take the good road of our to-do list and place it above the best road of loving relationships and time with our Father God in meditation, celebration, preparation, and blessed rest? Look at your life. What would Jesus really do? Maybe it's time to drop everything for a season, except the things that are most important: our God, our family, our friends. Maybe that discipline will restore sanity to your harrowed and hectic life. God bless.